Probably. Okay, guys, welcome back to the Sources Unknown podcast. I'm your host, Ethan, and we got Mr. Narwhal, the elegant one of the group, because he is.
Yeah, you're gonna piss them off now. You're gonna piss Alex DeFalis and Fatty Matty off.
Wait, his name should be Alex DeFalis. Okay, we got Alex DeFalis. We got to think of a new one from Matt.
I kind of like Fatty Matty. It just works. Hey, he came up with it. It's not fat shaming.
Well, anyways, let me think of. I did thought of another name for Matt, but I just forgot it. I did.
Yeah, well, just let them come up with their own things. It's
yeah. You generally choose Mr. Gnarl for a lot.
I've been using that for years. I've been using that since I've been online, internet.
The interwebs of.
That's my Xbox name, my PlayStation Live name. That's my porn account. I mean, not that.
He's an interloper of the space of internet. Well, this podcast or this episode's about it was supposed to be
Bigfoot Part 2.
Yeah, Bigfoot Part 2, because the first one
did some hood rat stuff.
we messed up on some, and we're probably gonna talk about a little bit about paranormal stuff, because I just got this. I picked up a new EVP.
It's a breathalyzer.
That too. I think it's pretty good. I do want to use it tonight. So, and you know how I was in my one story, I was speaking how like the woods near my house is like could be haunted. And me and Reed experienced hellhounds and shit like that. Well,
I don't know if that's what they were, but I don't know if I was tripping balls either.
Dude, I heard
but
it
too. I don't remember doing drugs, so I don't know what it was.
I heard it. I saw it too with my own eyes.
Because I don't know how I looked back and saw it. I know we were walking one day, and then all of a sudden I just turned around because I thought I heard something, and then I saw I think 2 black dog shadow figures walk towards the woods, meet up with 2 more, so obviously 4 total, and then it just went. All 4 of them just went.
But I saw it too with you, so I mean.
Yeah, you saw it too, because I was like. I didn't say anything. He's like,
I swear I heard snarling a bit.
I don't remember either. I know I saw some, but
some tall black shadow figures in that woods at one time.
Well, then again, there are deers that walk around, so that's what I easily just said. It's probably just a deer.
A bipedal deer?
I didn't see anything standing up on 2 feet or 2 hinds or whatever.
I
didn't. You probably did. I didn't, because me and Matt, I think, were walking together.
And it was when I was with
you. You and your former flame were walking together too.
Yeah. But generally how this episode is gonna go is we're gonna since we're talking about Bigfoot, we're gonna see what we think about it. Yeah, it's recording.
No, I know it's recording. It's doing that weird thing where it doesn't keep moving.
But
maybe that's what happened to the audio last time. I don't know either.
But so how it's gonna go is gonna be we're gonna do what we think about Bigfoot, do what we think, what we think about Bigfoot.
Well, we should start off with the basics, like Bigfoot
and information.
Where Bigfoot, where the first sighting was. Not really. The Patterson Gimlin film was the documentary was the first one that actually showed physical proof, physical as in oh crap, there's a thing there, it looks at us.
Hey.
But that, because the footprints, I forget, we don't have the tech because I'm poor.
Yeah,
Let's use my glorious.
My iPad needs a charge, and I haven't charged it at all.
Here,
and
let's see here.
Matt and Alex isn't here because Alex probably out sleeping.
Oh wow, I didn't know he was a boxer.
Boxer?
Ryan Garcia, boxer. And I was just I didn't know one of my old friends was a boxer.
Didn't know that either. Hey, you learn stuff new every single day.
But I don't remember what year the cast of the footprint was found.
I know. So was it right after the Gimlin movie? Or
no, it was way before. It was kind of before. It was way before. I know it was around. I think it was early, 1700s. I want to say. But the Patterson Gimlin film documentary was around 1967, and that video was, they were recording, and then they saw a bipedal ape-like creature walking. But some people looked closer into it, it was that's a female because of its pendulant breasts, is how they worded it. So
Like
that goes into a theory that it could be a separate species rather than
mean-
what Ancient Aliens thinks it is, and a human bear something hybrid. I said I was gonna rewatch that episode, but I completely
Yeah.
forgot about it because I had. But they said it was it could potentially be an alien hybrid that the aliens crafted with humans and a bear. And decided to drop it on Earth. It's like, let's see how these humans will react with it, because apparently, according to Ancient Aliens, the human race, humanity, has been the guinea pigs for some extraterrestrial life.
I mean, that does make sense because a lot of there's people, there are a bunch of people are saying that, but like, Ancient Aliens will say
It's funny.
the Ancient Aliens will say anything is alien related.
Well, yeah, that's their whole point of the show. Is kind of like it's more so of a what if kind of thing rather than this is what it actually is.
Like you said before, like the Ancient Alien people, they always like pass everything off as aliens. Like humans don't.
Well, potentially.
Like humans don't have the brain capacity to like cut a giant ass rock and just move it.
Yeah, that's the one thing. I'm like, why is it? I can understand where the hieroglyphs came from. I'm like, why are these half human, half creature hybrids like being worshipped as gods? Could these potentially be extraterrestrial life forms? Which I could get, but then again, it could also just be, gods wearing trying to disguise themselves as somewhat wearing like animal heads. I'm not big into the Egyptian
Neither do I.
mythology that I used to be, but then I got older and started forgetting.
I forgot how to like multiply and like divide fractions, but now since I learned more about it, I'm like, okay, now I know how to do this.
But
so actually, I wonder if Ancient Aliens did anything with Cthulhu. They probably did.
They did. I do remember something like that. I do remember that.
They literally.
Unless I watched something else and it just sounded like something Ancient Aliens would do and say, and then I was just like, oh. Okay.
Ancient Aliens have everything to excuse.
That's another thing we should talk about. I really need to start reading the H.P. Lovecraft stuff because he's got some freaky crap.
Before we get to that, because you probably talk about
Yeah, I know.
Probably talk about that stuff after we're done talking about.
Who knows Bigfoot? Who knows Bigfoot could be a Lovecraftian horror. I don't know.
I don't know either. So we're generally talking about Bigfoot in our area. We actually have like 35 sightings here in Maryland. 5 in our county and like a lot in the eastern part of Maryland because, like I said before in the episode, I bet you the reason why we have like less and like the more west you go, the more less it is because less people live there, so maybe less people are spotting him. Which it could be.
I'd say like the Midwest makes the most sense because there's more like wooded areas, and around the East Coast you got the Appalachian Trail, which is like a wooded area, versus like West Coast such as like Nevada, California, Washington State,
Idaho,
Wyoming, which is like they're like right off the shoreline kind of.
Yeah, like Oregon, Washington, yeah. And like honestly though, like it's like, remember how we were talking about like why there's like more sightings on the West Coast? I feel like. And Alex mentioned something about the land bridge thing from like I want to say I don't know off the top of my head, like 30,000 years ago maybe. So and I was like, okay, that's probably a good question because like if the land bridge is close to the West Coast. So like I was thinking like maybe when people were crossing the land bridge, another like humanoid species saw them crossing and crossed over too, and that's why there's like big populations maybe in like Alaska, British Columbia, and like
well, that would explain Canada, like the different sightings throughout the
Oregon and stuff
the globe, because my theory is that it's just a species that it's a species. And I also want to credit this because I was listening to the Bigfoot Collectors Club recently, and I listened to the episode where they had Markiplier guest star on it, and Markiplier's theory was that it could possibly be like a mentally ill man who has like some sort of hair growth condition and also giganticism, which that makes sense because giganticism, that's a thing. Because one of the stories that he said was this guy who was like big and hairy killed his wife or this mother's kids, but he didn't know they were her kids. So he like ended up trying to like bury them off somewhere else. And then she found them, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't know," or something. I was like, "Well, shit."
Oh, speaking of which, my brother, he does want to be like a guest on the podcast, like maybe like not next week, but like sometime during the week, because he wants to do like, he's like, Ethan, you should talk about horror stuff since this is like up your alley, and I do horror shorts. I'm like, all right, I guess.
What the heck is going on up there? Is it like World War I up there?
Should I close the door upstairs?
Yeah, I thought you did already, but I guess not. My bad.
Ah, my fingies!
I hate all of you. Let's see here. Let's pull up some cool things. Good thing I charged my phone. What are cryptids? Bigfoot, Nessie, Yeti? Are they real?
See, like, my thing on Bigfoot.
Tiptoe through the window, by the window.
Probably get copyrighted for that.
Yeah, more than likely.
People like SpongeBob is like, hey, I created that. I don't know. But I do like that theory though, what Markiplier said. I mean, it does make sense, but like, how can you explain other cultures having it?
Well, and that's where my theory is. Like I said, it's just a species, because there's Bigfoot, North America, the wild man of Borneo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got the Yeti, the Himalayas.
Yeah, because like
skunk ape.
Skunk ape.
Skunk ape.
Skunk ape of like, you know, the southern, you know.
Makes sense.
I think what was skunk ape? North or South Carolina? But like I watched
skunk ape.
Joe Rogan.
Skunk ape is a cryptid ape-like creature. Alleged record inhabits the swamps in the southeastern United States.
Okay, so that's right. So like I would assume like Florida and the Everglades.
Kind of does look like Alex.
Wait, what? Yeah, it does look like Alex.
He's like, come on, guys.
I just woke up from my slumber.
My eternal slumber.
But I was watching Joe Rogan, and he gets these people in.
I don't know why I'm sweating. I guess I'm getting hot.
I want to say like John Hancock and Jeremy. I don't know their names, but they were talking about the Younger Dryas stuff, which, you know. But they were they did say there's like other humanoid things like the Denisovans. So like maybe Bigfoot is like a humanoid creature. And like I said, like the whole land bridge theory, like since land bridge, you know, connected, you know, Russia to North America, that's probably why there's like a bunch of Bigfoot sightings in the western part of America and like Canada and so on, is because when people are coming over, you know, like when Bigfoot comes over.
My theory was kind of.
I don't know.
My theory was kind of like. Might piss off people if I say it, but it's like my theory was that it was like a Neanderthal type species that roamed Pangea at some point, and then when it split, I guess. Yeah. Well, no. Yeah, I don't remember when all that split, but my thing was it's like a frozen Neanderthal that was, you know, thawed out and just had to adapt to the land.
Maybe.
I mean, that would explain why there's a lot like all over the globe, like like a species type thing. I mean, if you've seen Harry and the Hendersons, obviously there's at the end of the movie goes back with this, you know, family that all come out from behind trees,
like some like ET type stuff.
Yeah, and everyone's like, huh?
I never saw Harry and the Hendersons. I mean,
oh, it's good. I'll have to show. You'll have to watch it some point. It's a good movie. I saw
like a little bit of it, and it was all I saw was like an RV and a kid in the woods, and that's it.
Here. My mom.
That's all I remember.
My mom loves that movie.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
I never seen it before, so.
It's a 1987 film.
Okay, never mind.
Wow, it did not do good as I thought it would.
Oh wait, but how?
6.1 out of 10 on IMDb, 45% on Rotten Tomatoes, and 42% on TV Guide. But that's
damn.
Box office, it made $50 million.
And it sucked butt?
It was actually really good. It was a nice movie. It was like kind of a nice thing saying like Bigfoot's actually, you know, a good guy. The whole movie starts with the Hendersons accidentally hitting Bigfoot. And you know what they did? They taped him to the hood of the car, or the roof of the car.
That would be something that you would do if you
oh my gosh! Honey, get the bungee cords. We're taking this thing home.
be like duct tape them or like duct tape, but like ratchet strap them onto the roof. Like Clark Griswold,
The Aunt Edna,
Yeah.
just to have like a little seat there,
Mhm.
and she's sitting there all tied up, just.
Which I think that was the first one, wasn't it? The first
Yeah.
National Lampoon's
Yeah.
Vacation.
With Aunt Edna.
When he actually had like the dog or whatever, and the cop pulls him over and he's like, "You're a sick bastard."
Because the townspeople were going after him, and the Hendersons are trying to. By the way, that's Lord Farquaad.
Really?
John Lithgow.
Looks like him. And it looks like Alex.
Why do movies always have to do that? It's like they got to get rid of something that they grew so attached to, and then out of nowhere they go, "Get out of here!"
Old Yeller.
It's like that. I was like, "What the fuck? What did I do?"
What did I do? What did I do wrong?
He's like, "Bruh."
Oh shit.
That'd be funny if he went, whoosh, and his head flew off his shoulders. He's probably like confused as heck. Like, you're loving me, and then now you're like, "Get out of my face," and you bitch slap me.
Oh, you don't want to see that? No.
I don't want to see that. But yeah, it's a good movie. It's like a nice, kind take on it because not many people are like, "Oh, Bigfoot's scary. He does scary Bigfoot things."
I mean, like there's like a lot of Reddit posts. They'll like post like stories like cryptids about Bigfoot, and there was one about. I think I saw it in the video. I can't remember. Or Bigfoot was like trying to get in the house, and this guy like shot him or something.
He's probably getting out of the way. Yeah.
I mean, maybe Bigfoot's like, "Yo, you got a spare bed?"
Oh,
But,
well, here's something I didn't expect to find out. Apparently, there's such thing called as the Bigfoot Killer, which is the name given to an unidentified American serial killer who raped and murdered several girls and women in Detroit between February and October of 1975.
Okay. That is okay. Well, I don't even.
I thought I could have sworn I saw something somewhere where it was like, other than that thing that I mentioned earlier
What?
about the guy murdering the Bigfoot murdering the kids or whatever.
Did this turn on? No, I got it unplugged.
Well, that did a weird sound.
Hello.
Man who allegedly killed friend while fishing claims Bigfoot influenced him. Larry Sanders, 53, has been charged with murder after claiming Bigfoot made him kill his friend. Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation.
What? How could Bigfoot like? Okay, I don't even know. Hey, Bigfoot probably has brainwaves or something.
Yeah, he probably took inspiration from your grandfather.
Oh yeah, brainwaves. Dude, we need to get tinfoil hats.
Your grandfather's probably like, remember, with great power comes great responsibility, but obviously that guy didn't, use it responsibly.
No. I just thought something messed up. You were talking about a fishing trip. The guy kills his best friend. What happens in a movie?
Here we go. I was scared the entire time. Sasquatch director on investigation of Bigfoot murder mystery. In October 1993, 3 California weed farm workers, there you go, were viciously murdered by Bigfoot. At least that's the story that David Holthouse, who was visiting a friend who worked on the farm, remembers hearing as the men who discovered the bodies frantically explained the situation to the head grower. Holthouse went on to become an investigative journalist, largely because, as he mentions in the Duplass Bros produced Hulu docuseries Sasquatch, there's just something about his vibe that criminals trust. They open up to him in ways that they wouldn't typically to other reporters. Holthouse went on to write pieces about infiltrating neo-Nazi skinhead groups and spending a week on the streets with gutter punks.
So one from Bigfoot and Nazis.
He forgot about that night in California until he got a text from Joshua Raffier, I think it's pronounced all right.
Uh,
A
looks French.
a documentary director with whom he was working on the 2019 docuseries Lorena. Raffaele remembers typing out, "This is the craziest text I'm going to send you for the next 5 years. I'd like to find a murder mystery that is somehow wrapped up in the Sasquatch story, and if it exists, pursue it as the next project."
I do got one question though. Does Sasquatch like knows that like we are also existing beside him, or
I'm pretty sure he would. I mean, after all, if he sees people like walking around his territory, he's probably like, huh, well, shit.
like I wonder if he like I don't know, probably like
You think he has like some sort of like secret underground civilization to where they come up every so often, then they're like, oh my gosh,
the lizard people
guys,
like
they go back home like, guys, I found something you'll never believe. I think I saw a human.
Oh.
There's a lot of them out there.
There's a lot.
I mean,
They have like shiny guns.
they have shiny little pipe things.
I don't know what they do, but they do something. They have like wizards and stuff like that.
So Household wrote back immediately. "I love it," he texted. "I got one, and I'll call you in 5. That's how Rafe ended up working on the 3-part Sasquatch appearing in 420, and uses Holdhouse as a lens through which to investigate what actually happened that night on the farm, and why a brutal triple homicide remained unsolved 27 years later. Their search for answers led them back to California's Emerald Triangle, where some people are eager for them to stop asking questions."
So like, what is this article about again? Like,
Docuseries, pretty much.
oh, was it actually about Bigfoot? Or like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, so
Because the guy, Holdhouse, was assuming that the murders were linked to Bigfoot somehow, and he wanted an investigation
actually,
on it.
there was a guy who he writes books. I remember hearing this somewhere of like missing stories in like national parks. And apparently, they all could link to Bigfoot in a way, which I think that's pretty interesting. Maybe I don't know, but shoot. I was gonna say something, but I forgot. I had a thought that died of loneliness.
What?
You never heard that saying before?
No, I haven't. That's the first time hearing
Died
it.
of loneliness. It's like when you were about to say something, but like you forgot what you were about to say in the moment, or whatever. You had a thought. Oh, excuse me. That died of loneliness. Also, is my audio pretty good?
Yeah, it's picking up.
See what you know what we need to start doing though. If we're like reading stuff, we should have like music playing in the background as we like read something. So like I guess like, but like I don't even know because we gotta find like royalty free type stuff and so on. But yeah, I haven't been posting much shorts lately because like I've been studying for the IBEW aptitude test, and I failed. So I failed twice. So I'm like, you know what? It's not worth it. Like the closest IBWs are in way out, like an hour away. Another one an hour and 10 minutes away, and one that's like an hour and 20 minutes away. So I'm like, but here we have ABC Builder. So I'm like, I might just try that. It's closer. It's like 10 minutes. It's near your house or whatever. It's like 10 minutes away. So I'm like, screw it. But like I said, I think my theory on Bigfoot, like, didn't you also say that like people thought that like Bigfoot was like a a Soviet spy or something like that, dressed as like a monkey?
Did I say that?
Something like that.
I don't remember.
But ancient aliens have their theory. Oh, have you seen the horror movie of Bigfoot, like a Bigfoot horror movie?
Which one?
I can't remember. It was like a guy in a wheelchair and a dude with like their birth control glasses, the BCGs or whatever. I think that's what they're referred to as. Like
in the military, they are. When you wear them, when you have glasses and you wear
the Buddy Holly glasses.
Trevor's over there playing Minecraft. He's like, "Wahoo!
Minecraft!
I got diamonds! Wahoo! Yippee!"
Mario. Yeah, look up like Bigfoot horror movie. There was one Bigfoot horror movie. I can't remember what was. It was like Yeah.
Wasn't there a lot like a show? Didn't the
Oh,
Lost
yeah.
Tape show do something like that? A Bigfoot
Go
horror
get
camp.
images. Cause like I could probably.
Bigfoot horror movie. Yo, look at that! What'd that mouth do? He looks like he's stoned. He's like,
I'm thinking.
there's people running in my land, but I don't think I really want to do anything.
Oh, he got wounded.
Just a flesh wound.
Just but a flesh wound. Oh no, the history channel. wait. The search of aliens. The search for Bigfoot. Full episode. Ancient aliens are always like reaching for something. They're like.
This was my reaction to it the whole time.
Like, okay, I'm not trying to rag on ancient aliens, but they're like.
Too late.
Wait, go back down.
What?
That's ancient aliens' reaction just when I see the currency rolling in.
Hopefully I can edit this stuff. I'll save it.
Yeah. Put like do some overlays. Like I think that's how we'd get the audio over. Like when we're like speaking, we'll just overlay the audio over when we're like reading articles and stuff.
Where's the thing that said what that mouth do for? Where's that at? There it is. Man, looks like you about to eat a whole quarter pounder with cheese. Quarter pounder with cheese.
Hamburger.
Rocky and roll McDonald's.
The hamburger thing I sent you, the one guy.
Primal rage.
I wonder if like aliens from like Alien exist. It's xenomorphs.
Okay, that was very vague. I wonder if aliens from Aliens exist. I wonder so too.
Hey, you never know.
Why does it look like cotton candy Bigfoot?
Cotton candy.
Oh no, actually, yeah.
That's Insulation Man.
Behold, the world is not ready to see Insulation Man, defender of indoor heating and cooling to protect your walls from further damage.
Insulation Man!
Up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's Insulation Man.
Coming back! His arch enemy, HVAC.
Well, no, I'd say that'd be a sidekick almost because they kind of work together.
Yeah,
they work
Insulation
together.
Man and like HVAC.
It's to keep cool and warm air in.
His
And
arch enemy is.
so your rooms don't get colder than Mr. Freeze's left nut or hotter than the sun. I was gonna think of something else for that, but I didn't.
Insulation Man's arch enemy is Mr. Welder or something, because like welding you create fire and stuff like that. So it's like.
No, Insulation Man's greatest enemy is kids because kids are like, oh, cotton candy.
Cotton candy man versus welder. I'm actually thinking about taking welding classes.
Anyways, so what else?
See, like, I wonder though, because like we should go we gotta look up if there's any like Bigfoot like sightings here in Maryland, or I know there is, but like I want to know if there's any stories of it though. You know.
Sighting.
I can't wait to test this out tonight.
Bigfoot sighted. Goat Simulator 3. Oh my gosh!
I wonder if Bigfoot ever.
Oh, that's probably way too loud. I probably just burst somebody's eardrums.
I wonder if like Bigfoot ran into the Goat Man, because we found out that the Goat Man here in Maryland is the original, not the. It's the original story, and the one in Texas, I guess, is just a spin-off. I don't know.
It's a spin-off.
I thought because we looked it up that the Goat Man here in Maryland's the original one.
Southern Maryland is a hotbed of Bigfoot activity.
Yeah, it is because, I mean. Oh, you see, we actually found an article. Southern Maryland's troubled hotbed for Bigfoot activity. Because there's only like 35 sightings here in Maryland.
We kind of like to talk about what we already know, and we like to trail the internet and see what interesting things we find and bring up. In case people were wondering, thinking,
yeah.
Hopefully nobody thought we were just making this up as we go along. No, this is actually something we want to do. Like, see what else the internet has and what we can find from it and be like, oh, this is interesting, or oh, that's interesting kind of stuff.
Yeah. And, you know what is surprising? The map that we showed, which the map we can overlay it in the video. There's like 300 and some like sightings in Florida.
Makes sense.
Which I don't understand.
Either that's Florida or either that's Bigfoot or just a bunch
Skunk
of Florida men.
I didn't think about skunk ape.
What about him?
Florida, the Everglades and stuff. He's high zone.
Southern. Because he was in the southern.
The last video, we were so stupid. We're like, how is there Bigfoot in Florida? Then we're like, oh, skunk ape. Weird.
I didn't say that.
Well, we just now.
You and Alex, I think you and Alex did. I think I was staring off into space like I normally do in half of these because I don't know what to talk about.
Bigfoot
This is different because everyone's busy and.
Bigfoot eating your booty hole. I don't know. I'm weird. I do watch like the videos and like before I upload them.
Let's see.
And I do kind of sound cringy a bit. But if I like talk at like a slower pace or whatever,
Southern Maryland's
fast,
my daughter likes to foist that silly riddle upon her unsuspecting friends. They don't know that she's one of Bigfoot's more ardent believers this side of the Mason-Dixon line. She's been searching all over the country. She searched among the redwoods through Yellowstone, northern Arizona, and even Big Sky country on daddy-daughter trips. So when her 13th birthday was approaching and I asked her what kind of party she might enjoy, I wasn't too surprised that her answer was a Bigfoot party. And just what should a Bigfoot party entail? Our thoughts were that it would be outside and she'd invite all her friends, share some stories, and venture forth in the night to find evidence of the elusive Bigfoot. You might not know much about squatching.
Let's do that for my bachelor's party.
But this says you might not know much about squatching.
Squatching over here.
I am squatching here.
Squatching here.
Alec is squatchy.
Yeah. No, he's... no, I can't say. If you haven't seen Animal Planet's hit television show Finding Bigfoot, Finding Bigfoot, I believe, was one of the guys on the BCC, Bigfoot Collectors Club podcast. That's one of his shows.
Oh, yeah. Finding Bigfoot. I remember seeing that. They actually had
The show was canceled, by the way, but you can still watch all 9 seasons on Netflix. Spoiler alert, not that you're even wondering about the outcome, but for some reason, even after having 9 seasons to find some evidence, they haven't actually managed to find Bigfoot.
Well, apparently, have you ever watched Mountain Monsters? It's
vaguely. I think my stepdad watches it here and there, and I just like come out and see it, and I just see a bunch of bearded dudes yelling at nothing.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
Apparently, Finding Bigfoot. I guess I remember hearing this like years ago. I don't know if it's totally true or not, but apparently, Finding Bigfoot had beef with Mountain Monsters. They're like, oh, it's unreal, or they shouldn't be, going in the woods with guns and stuff because it scared Bigfoot. Something like that. I can't remember. What my grandfather or my dad told me.
I don't know.
They were avid watchers.
I think there's shows that should just talk about what they do rather than trying to harp on each other.
Yeah, because my grandfather did bring up a good point. He's like, why doesn't Finding Bigfoot go out and off the trails a bit and into the woods? But I mean it's fair.
I think it's Finding Bigfoot that one of the guys do on the podcast. I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see here.
I wonder if Bigfoot I wonder if he knows how to farm.
My daughter and I don't share the same faith in the supernatural. My thought is anything is possible, but with the advent and proliferation of trail cams, someone should have recorded a Bigfoot by now. Should have. However, their lack of success never deterred millions of people from tuning in each week to watch the cast do the thing. Bobo, Cliff, Matt, and Renee trek through the woods in the day and at night with acoustic listening devices and thermal imagers while they hoot and holler at their best Sasquatch calls. That pretty much sums up our approach to finding Bigfoot right here in southern Maryland. I still felt a little out of my element planning this party, so I turned to Matt Moneymaker, one of the cast members of the show, who also heads the Bigfoot Field Research Organization, to find someone in the area to lead us on an investigation here in southern Maryland.
Wait, so...
Moneymaker was surprisingly easy to contact and helpful. He came through with a local expert named Gudrun. She asked me not to use her last name, who lives in Northern Virginia but travels frequently to the more rural areas like ours to investigate Bigfoot sightings. Gudrun told me southern Maryland's a hotbed of Bigfoot activity, and while January typically isn't a good time of year to find signs of Bigfoot, a clear, calm night might just turn up something squatchy. Why are they using that? They're squatching, squatchy,
no, I think
squatchy.
Maryland is really open because I get on oceans. my mom used to go down to Ocean City a lot, and like we would like go to like we would drive through like southern Maryland, and it was like really open. I think I'm not sure. And marshy. Well, marshy when you get more to like Ocean City. Just imagine like Bigfoot and like Assateague or Chickateague just riding a fucking like a wild horse,
And there comes a copy strike.
Oh. I don't think it. Nah, I think it'd be good.
Let's see here. Of course, the first date for the party was on a cold January weekend with snowy and freezing rain, but luckily we planned a snow day just in case. Yep. The next Saturday night turned out to be a perfect evening for squatching. Not a lot of wind, not a full moon, and no precipitation. It was a cold, about 30 degrees that night, with the right kind of winter coat, thick socks, a trapper hat, warm gloves, maids, blah blah blah.
See, our part of Maryland, we don't get. Well, I mean, we do get 30-degree weather, winter, but like mainly our winters are like fucking 20 something. I'm like, gosh, damn, be a little warmer. When we say 20, we mean like 20 Fahrenheit. I think. What's 20 Fahrenheit and Celsius? Because I know the meeting point between Fahrenheit and Celsius.
Oh no, we're
40.
American.
Oh.
Our stuff's different.
So I know that 30 Celsius is like 60 degrees Fahrenheit, I think. Or 80, I can't remember.
He's gonna find something.
Plus, I think Fahrenheit is, like, people are like, oh, I don't get Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit's actually a really, it's kind of a smart, system. Because, I think it, like, measures the cooling and boiling point of water. And if you take water into account, like a scientific speaking, water is like the thing of life, so kind of makes sense, I guess. I don't know, but yet there is life that like microbes can like survive in like freezing ass water, so maybe Celsius is the more way to go. I don't know. But Bigfoot in southern Maryland, though, I mean, it's possible, I think. Okay, I think that's the neighbors over there, probably, messing with their trash cans and stuff like that. What do you think next topic next week should be?
Let's see
it's like,
here,
didn't you do like a missing story that you sent in a group chat? Or was that Alex? I can't remember who it was.
Let's see, I'm skimming through a bunch of these because it's just, Well, walking in the woods at night over uneven terrain without a flashlight, it's not something I normally recommend, but about 24 teenagers and 3 adults followed by government by the light of the moon. Television show, they would try all sorts of lures to entice Bigfoot and try to get him to reveal himself, from disco balls, strobe light. Discord. No, disco balls, strobe lights, to guitar music and a whale song. Why that?
Bigfoot's a Discord mod.
Discord admin.
Oh Lord. Oh, okay.
Suggesting that we stick with more traditional methods, such as a tree knocking.
That's not a fedora.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
It's a German fedora. So she suggested that we stick with more traditional methods, such as tree knocking. She brought along a wooden bat just for that. Yeah, also in case Bigfoot comes a walking.
How do people find out that tree knocking was a thing?
By knocking on a tree, probably.
How does people find out that Bigfoot actually used tree knocking? Like, you think the dude's just clanking on wood saying?
Maybe he's got a phone. He's just playing random noises.
Bigfoot just has a fucking iPhone and is like, hey, it works. I stole it from somebody.
Yo, I hear something. He goes.
Well, apparently they say that Bigfoot do have faux speech. He tries to mimic our words, whatever that we say.
I think he can mimic voices.
Yeah.
I think.
Actually, I want to ask a spirit because we're in the paranormal. Because we do paranormal stuff.
What's a ghost gonna be like? A ghost that got murdered by Bigfoot?
When I was talking about how Hockomock Swamp interests me, I was watching a YouTube channel. He does paranormal videos. Explorer
What did I do?
Josh. So
Did
was
I do
watching
something?
him,
No, I didn't. Okay.
and he was talking about Hockomock Swamp, and they have like a bunch of like paranormal activity. I think it was Hockomock Swamp. He was trying to like get the spirits to say, "Hey, if Punkwudgie's real," and I guess and he was using EVPs and spirits like, "Oh yeah, those little dudes, they're real."
Okay.
So maybe if we just have spirit, hey, does Bigfoot exist? He's like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah, well, that depends. What are you talking about? Because I saw him last night at a 7-Eleven. Huh?
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Yeah, he just walk around, big dick swinging.
He just has like all he had was he was disguised, wearing a fedora, sunglasses, and has like a flannel on and a
It's
shirt
just,
that says "Not
like,
Bigfoot."
It's just he's like dressed like he's like this, like, you know, Montgomery, just wearing he has no pants, just a trench coat and a fedora. Definitely not Bigfoot on his shirt. He's like
Definitely not Bigfoot. Be like, "Oh hey, how you doing?
like,
Welcome to 7-Eleven." Like,
Hi. Do you want Slippy?
he's like, you got.
so like
No, he's like, Mentos.
Let me get pack of menthol.
he's like,
how old are you?
Old enough.
Can I see some ID?
Sure.
Takes out a piece of paper that's like a sketch version of Bigfoot on there. Says
yeah.
birth, whatever, age, however old.
However old that gets me, cigarettes. Cigarettes.
Legal age in state of Maryland. Like, oh, okay, that checks out.
You got the guy behind the counter, like, I don't know.
Or like a fake ID that's somebody else. It's like obviously. Oh, there's Bigfoot right there. Oh no.
Oh, Bigfoot. My dog guys came in. What are you doing,
she
Pops?
doing?
I don't know. She's like trying. She's trying to get away.
She's trying to find a way in to get between us.
Ow, my hand.
Oh, Emma Breeze. Oh, the doggy.
Oh,
come here.
Golden retriever.
Come here.
Oh, read. Oh yeah, I told you about how I saw like a
Oh,
chunky
the doggy. She's
golden
sticking her
retriever mixed with
head.
dachshund. Doggy.
All right, get your head away from my crotch, please.
She's like,
People are gonna think something's going on. Get.
Get.
she's like, no, I want on your
Okay. Anyways, let's go back to this. So let's see here. We stopped at opportune spots along the trail, and Goodrun would whack a tree while we stood quietly listening for Bigfoot to respond with a knock or call.
He's walking from 7-Eleven, packing some dip. He's like,
He got that 6-pack of beer, got that Southern dip going.
You should listen.
Guys, look! Ah, no, that's just never mind. That's not Bigfoot.
no, it's not Bigfoot. And Bigfoot
Can't be. He's getting in his Jeep. When did he get a Jeep?
Yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Where'd you go?
I'm not Bigfoot.
But your feet are big.
That's disrespectful. Are you body shaming me?
You don't have to say Bigfoot.
You know what you say about big feet?
What did they say?
I don't know.
I don't know. I just heard from some random guy in the woods.
Comments are gonna be like, "Yeah, you're terrible." And that's fair. Okay.
I don't really care.
Neither do I. Having fun is all that matters. Yay. Okay, let's see here. So we stopped at opportune spots along the trail, and she would whack a tree while we stood there quietly listening for Bigfoot to respond with a knock or call. Yeah, so some beating the trees and be like, and Bigfoot would be like, "Guys, you hear that?
It's the chewing tobacco. It's insulation, man.
Look out! It's a bird! It's a plane! No, it's Insulation Man! Public enemy number 1, the Bigfoot.
I don't know."
Sheesh. Okay.
So they would stood quietly waiting for him to respond. The most I could discern in the distance was dogs barking and car engines far away. That's, of course.
Bigfoot. He has a pack of dogs in his Jeep.
Yeah, that's true. Oh wait, that reminds me of that iCarly episode where they were hunting down Bigfoot,
Oh,
and they
yeah.
and Spencer brought in the RV,
Yeah.
and he got like water stuck in his ears, and he went out to find
Bigfoot
Sam.
stole the
He stole the RV. They're all like, "Where's the RV?" And then it cuts over to the RV driving down the road here.
Yeah. Oh, do you want me to read any articles or?
I gotta finish this.
Alright.
Okay,
you
so-
want me finish or you want me speak or do you
I
just
got
read
it.
all?
I got it.
Okay, man.
So the kids took turns making whoops and Bigfoot calls. I think they may have heard a cow in one of the fields, but I guess perhaps it could have been a Bigfoot. Kids excitedly reported several unidentified sounds. Took some recordings to analyze later to be sure what we heard. Although Bigfoot is really smart enough to live among us and remain undetected, he was most likely warming up by our campfire and helping himself to some Hebrew nationals.
What's that?
I guess like magazines.
I thought I might be an idiot, but I thought when I heard nationals, I thought like a baseball magazine.
Hebrew baseball.
I don't know. I'm confused.
While we were out freezing our buns off in the woods, enjoying themselves despite not using flashlights, no one left with a twisted ankle.
My leg!
We walked about 90 minutes that night, and some kids weren't ready to call it a night and head back to camp. When we reached the end of the walk, as we moved our way up to hayfield toward the manor, I heard a deer bounded past the porch, their silhouettes black against the light behind them. There must have been at least 40 of them.
40 deer.
I don't think that's. I've never seen a herd of 40 deer. I'm
Neither
not
did I.
I'm not a hunter, so I wouldn't know.
Well, me being a hunter, I never saw a horde of 30, 40 deer. I only saw maybe 12 at max.
Honestly, I'm not sure what the kids were expecting to see more. Bigfoot himself, or the ghosts that are rumored to haunt Stoltlery. Full disclosure, blah, blah, blah. But the parents picked up their kids. One of the child said they did best time and hope to do it again.
We should go Bigfoot hunting. If we go Bigfoot hunting,
That's it?
Yeah. What the hell?
I thought you just... I skimmed through it. You just said...
Well, hey,
Southern Maryland is a hotbed of Bigfoot activity.
Hey, at least we got something on Southern Maryland. We'll probably next episode.
Way back Wednesday, Bigfoot in Hartford County. Reports from Maryland. Oh wow, what is this shit? Hold on. What is this?
Washington is right there.
Oh, I think I'm fucking with the mic.
Listings. You could buy Bigfoot.
Bigfoot's being sold on the black market. Alright, let's see here.
From 1980s,
so,
Bigfoot spotted in
county.
Yeah.
2000, 2001.
Most recent one was
Allegheny, one sighting. There's not really. What about Washington County? Just 2. Most recent, or number of listings 2. Most recent report 5,000. How do you read
Prince
this?
George's had the most recent one, 2015. See, in Prince George's County, I wonder if Bigfoot and Goatman was going at it. Just
Carroll County, November 2012. Local investigated possible tree break and received response through rock clacks near Finksburg. Spring 1981. Man witnesses confrontation between Bigfoot and stray dogs near Sykesville.
Oh, Sykesville. Me and Matt was talking about that.
Oh, what about it?
The Sykesville's Bigfoot, or whatever.
Sykesville's Bigfoot.
Dude, just imagine Bigfoot just chilling in the 1980s to listen to fucking Van Halen.
He's bustin'.
Don't get me down. I can't finish the song, even though I want to. I just want to sing it, but I'm like, I can't.
I want to sing my heart out. What is all this technical giggle babble that has appeared on my
screen? I think if we get something on EVP walking near the woods, maybe tonight.
Are we gonna find Bigfoot?
Yes, ghost.
No.
The ghost will be like, yeah, Bigfoot does exist. Where's he at?
I don't know.
I just saw him here last Tuesday.
Bigfoot's right there. What? Ember's looking at me like, are you talking to me?
Are you talking to me?
Come here. Come here.
Now, what would you do if we're walking by the woods, we play this, and we play it back, and we just hear a scream and thing? What would you do? Shit your pants?
No, I'd just be like, well, there goes my house. The day of judgment comes, my house is going to be one of the first. Oh, It's an ember breeze, so it probably looks like I'm yoinking my doink under the table.
Well, that probably explains why Rex doesn't go down in the yard. He's like,
He don't like he don't like the dark. He doesn't like going to the bathroom in the dark. My dog does not. We have to be outside with him because apparently there's something he sees that scares him.
which I mean,
Maybe he sees ghost, spook, specter, goblin,
or
ember.
Bigfoot's like, hey Rex, you want some combos? No, I can't have them.
Rex would probably be like, my parents would let me have those. That's because you have a medical condition. You can't have it.
Well, I mean, nobody said Bigfoot didn't say I couldn't. Oh, you got a point there.
Let's see here, Washington County. 1989 Class B, recollection of possible vocalizations about a and brush crashing while camping in Lil Aaron, Status Wilderness area. Summer 1970, Class A, woman recalls sightings near Williamsport.
Oh, Williamsport. That's not far from us. You were there at the car show today.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Did you see
Worcester.
Bigfoot?
No, but there is a Bigfoot truck.
Well, close enough.
I did find Bigfoot today, though. He was on a little sticker on somebody's taillight at the show.
Well, close enough. What do you think, Lumber?
I found Bigfoot. I found him finally. He's on the back of some guy's truck.
Oh, well, at least we'll have to look at more
Worcestershire.
sightings. But hey, at least we got an article done for Southern Maryland, like Montgomery and stuff like that.
Everyone knows Bigfoot. Everyone knows, the big areas where he was sighted in.
No,
But nobody ever talks about Maryland, and that's because we don't
the
get
first
much.
thing that we're talking about, because this is start this in your
Anne
podcast.
Arundel
Like,
County.
this is near the end of the podcast. We Cthulhu.
What about
did
Cthulhu?
HB,
H.P. Lovecraft?
now was Cthulhu like an actual thing, or did he just made it up? Because if it's like an actual thing, that's kind of cool, honestly. Oh,
It's fantasy horror, yeah. Calls of Cthulhu, first published in the magazine Weird Tales in 1928.
oh, well, there goes that.
Cthulhu's supposed to be, the way he wrote him as being one of the old gods, not any of the new gods. I do know that.
So I remember something about like he being like,
He drew on many different inspirations to create Cthulhu.
I heard that he was like from a different star who got banished from the planet Earth or something like that. Like he was like home to a star.
Well, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't want to go
One
off
thing
on
I do
anything.
want to talk about is like
We talk about more Bigfoot stuff, even though.
one thing I do want to talk about is like the Swamp Man or whatever. Was it
Swamp Thing.
There's like a fish thing.
That's a DC superhero, by the way.
Yeah, but no, I'm talking about like the fish dude or whatever. We saw it at the shirt on FYE or something.
Oh, the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, like swamp creature stuff like that. That'd be kind of cool. Like fish people. I don't know.
This thing looks like it could be a taser if you put enough at the end of it.
Actually, let me get. What's one of the ends right here? Oh, headphone jacks and mic jacks. Or whatever.
So you can DJ ghost noises.
Hey.
Me. Oh shit! This one's fire. It's fire.
Make it go like a ghost album. This is fire.
This is Bassin.
Boston Shitty. Every like.
Bassin Shield.
I think my mom was supposed to like do a paranormal investigation with us this week, but I can't remember.
Didn't you say like yesterday?
Yeah, but I guess nothing happened. I guess something might have came up.
What was I doing
Oh, my
yesterday?
mom's also when she got followed by a ghost, so.
She got the spooky spooks after her.
Yep.
Ember, you got the spooky spooks. I can't scratch your belly. I'm all the way over here.
You think this would be a good place to end it?
I got nothing else to talk about. So
Yeah, I mean, we covered an article of. Oh wait. After reading all articles, you want to give a conclusion of what you think about it?
I don't.
Pick it up
I hope the mic's not picking that random sound up,
from the neighbors.
yelling about picking shoes up. Must be Bigfoot.
Bigfoot stole the shoes.
You think maybe he can? You think maybe they could Well, I don't think they make Nikes in his size. I made a Ghostbusters reference. Ghostbusters 2 with the Statue of Liberty's walking.
Oh yeah. I don't think they make a Nike. Ghostbusters 2 is pretty good.
They should make it. Nike should make a shoes called the Bigfoot, and it's like shaped like Bigfoot's foot.
That'd be kind of cool.
And
have
then
you seen
the
boots
Sasquatch 11s,
yeah.
the Squatch 11s.
No, have you seen those shoes that look like boots would wear in Dora Explorer or Explorer? The big red ones or whatever.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The mischief boots.
They look so dumb.
I want one. I want a pair.
Like you'd be looking like boots. You're like boots or what's what
It's
we
boots.
do? I don't know. I can't remember what.
I don't know. I didn't really. Well, I watched Dora a lot when I was younger, but that's when I was younger.
Me too.
I don't watch it anymore.
Neither do I. And Diego's pretty good.
I'm gonna mess with the Lego over here. Wow,
But-
look, it's Boba Fett.
I think my conclusion is, after reading articles, I still have the same view. Maybe not a lot of people see him around here. What do you think?
Huh?
Bigfoot's probably just chilling,
Drinking his
beer
6-pack of beer, chewing his dip,
and smoking some menthol.
listening to Van Halen.
No ring! Oh, copyright.
If we get copyrighted for my terrible singing, then my terrible singing is actually very good.
I mean, you remember that one time we were walking at night and you made like a noise that broke the glass or whatever that break.
Oh, I pretended to break a glass because I made like a glass shatter sound effect, and then a guy came out and was all pissed off and thought somebody damaged his car and accused us. I'm like, your car's fine.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to fight anybody about it.
It's like I just want to make sure no one's touching my shit. And I was like, okay.
No,
I just kept
we
walking.
just made a sound effect.
Yeah, I'm like,
You
I
could be,
made a
sound
sound.
effect artist, whatever they call
Eh.
it, whatever they're called.
I could, but probably not.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Well, this is it. Sources Unknown signing out. I'm your host Ethan, and this is the Elegant One, Narwhal.
man, you're rushing the outro.